It is a late night for lawmakers who were called back to Albany today for a special session by Governor Patterson. The governor is calling on the legislature to make nearly $600 million in budget cuts, and Assembly and Senate leaders are still ironing out details at this hour. Josh Robin joining us now with more. Josh, what's the latest?
Well, there is still no final deal. They are meeting well into the night, and the voting might happen either very late tonight or even tomorrow. There is the expectation that Governor Patterson will get much of what he wanted of the state legislature. That was a $600 million cut. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. We are told by sources within the Capitol that the legislature is prepared to vote for about a $400 million cut this year, perhaps as much as $500 million, but 410 seems more of the number that we are hearing. It would be an additional $600 million next year for a total of $1 billion over the next 2 years. This, however, is not enough to bridge next year's deficit, which is now pegged at $6.4 billion, meaning that if the economy continues in the situation that it has been, we could be looking for more cuts or perhaps tax hikes going forward. All of this comes as Governor Patterson's proposed cuts drew some very strong resistance from home health care advocates. They descended on the state capitol today, blocking the entrance to Governor Patterson's office and demanding a meeting with him. And a number of them did go ahead and meet with Patterson. However, the cuts still appear to be going forward. And despite what is now seen as the lower than hoped for numbers that Patterson had wanted, he's nonetheless praising the legislature for cutting. And it's the same kind of kudos are being issued by the state's top Republican, Dean Skelos.
This has been an exception from what my memory in the last 20 years, where the leaders have gotten, into the weeds and tried to work through some of these issues with me, and I thank them for that.
Doing what we're going to do today will translate into $1 billion or more off of next year's deficit. So I think that's a significant start, and I believe it's historic. I don't think this has ever occurred. So we're getting there. We're closing down the loose ends, but I've had some conversations with the Speaker and the Governor. We all understand what we have to do, and we're going to get there.
But speaking of the Speaker, the Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver, neither Patterson nor Skelos persuaded him to agree on their kind of property tax cap, what they wanted. The Assembly instead passed their own version of the property tax cap that was combined with a tax on millionaires. According to both Skelos and Patterson, that is a non-starter. Nonetheless, the Assembly Speaker praised what his body did today.
We are working on everything. Circuit breakers, the issue that gives immediate tax relief. Republicans are totally irresponsible, blowing an additional $2 billion hole in the budget. Thank you.
Well, we'll continue to monitor the story. It looks like it could go on into tomorrow. That's when we expect, if there is some sort of deal, that Governor Patterson will address the public. But that's the latest here for now at the state capitol. I'm Josh Robin. Let's send it back to you.